It's Andrea and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello and welcome. It is officially Valentine's Day and I believe it is it's 1:30 in the morning on Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to everybody. As you can see by the title of this video, I'm finally doing an official sugar baby video. I know a lot of you guys, as soon as I started talking about sugar baby stuff on my channel, everyone was like, do more, give us tips and how you do it, stories and things like that. And I didn't really feel comfortable at the time. But earlier tonight, I should say yesterday, I was on Instagram and I found myself giving sugar baby tips to this girl online. The tips that I was giving her, they were good, except I felt like she wasn't my target audience, if that makes sense. I decided to make this video to give my tips to you guys and whoever else needs to hear these tips. Also because she mentioned a YouTuber that I felt like wasn't really giving the real sugar baby tea, I guess. There are a lot of YouTubers that teach you how to finesse $100 or $200 just really quick and block and delete without ever meeting guys, but it goes way deeper than that. These are actual real tips. These are not finesse tips. These are not, you know, get the money and delete tips, because what is that? And I do want to remind you guys that I'm no longer a sugar baby. That's just not what I want to do anymore. So I have not been a sugar baby for a really long time, but these things are still things that you can include even in regular dating or hypergamy dating. If you don't know what hypergamy is, it's just basically dating up. If you want real sugar baby tips and not just a quick buck. So if you're interested in learning a few tips from a former sugar baby that will really help you in your sugar baby journey, then keep on watching. So what I have for you guys are 4 main tips, 2 bonus tips, and then each of the main tips has a pro tip along with it. So the first part of tip number 1 is to play at your level until you're ready to level up. And what I mean by that is that not all women are gonna get the same things. You really do need to have realistic expectations on the type of man that you can get right now at the level that you're at. The better you level up in general, the better type of man that you're gonna get. So keep that in mind, have realistic expectations, and realize that it is a looks game. It is 100% a looks game at first. So you want to be able to attract the type of man that you want. In addition to your physical appearance, you do have to level up your mindset and your behavior. So if you are very beautiful, but you're a little bit rowdy, you're a little bit too loud in public, or you get into fights all the time wherever you go, that's gonna deter the men that will spend money on you from being in your life. Speaking to that girl on Instagram made me realize this tip was really important, because the tips that I was telling her were tips for my level. Anything I said to her, it wouldn't work for her. The second part of the first tip is play at his level. And what I mean by that is don't expect things that he can't afford. Don't expect things outside of his salary range. You have to be realistic about his situation and what he can do for you. He might be able to get you something from Victoria's Secret. He might be able to get you a watch. So just be realistic and realize the level that he's at. And also, not all men will give to you. Even if he does have money and you know he has money, he may not want to give to you. He may be a stingy person. So just keep that in mind. What level is he at? Is it where you want to be? The pro tip for this section is there are levels to this. So there's the quick buck finesse. Then there's the long-term sugar baby finesse, which is basically what I'm teaching you guys right now. And then the last level, I feel like, if you want to, is marrying a wealthy man. So there are levels within levels within levels to this. So what level are you at? What men can you date at that level? What level is he on? And then also, what level of finesse do you want to be on? Do you want to make a quick buck? Do you want to be a real long-term sugar baby? Or are you in this to eventually marry a wealthy man? On to tip number 2, which is make sure that he actually likes you. This is so important. So important. Because you won't get anything from him if he does not like you. So for example, I knew this guy. He told me that he had one date with a girl, and then she called him after the date and asked him if he could pay her car note. He had just met her, and I'm not saying like it's impossible to get a guy to spend on you after you just met, because it's happened so many times for me. It's possible, but he was actually just there to get in her pants. Like, he had no connection to her, nothing like that. So even if you're pretty, even if like you have it all going on, if he doesn't like you, he's not going to spend on you. There are some traits that I do have naturally that make guys like me a little bit faster. Be sure to be charming with him. Be playful. Guys like intelligent women. And also being feminine. I don't meet a lot of men who have money that like women who are very aggressive or very masculine. I've always been very girly. I've always been very feminine. And it's something that attracts men because they don't see that much these days. It gets you noticed. My pro tip for this section is the quicker he likes you, the quicker you're gonna get to the money. And I say this from experience because I've had cash gifts given to me the same day that I met a guy, and other gifts given to me, say, the next day. It's possible. And if you guys want the story time on how I got $1,000 and an over $300 date at a 5-star restaurant, then comment below. It's possible to get money and gifts right away. It just depends on how quickly you can make him like you. Tip number 3 is gonna be a shocker. It is, do not ask for what you want. And I know that sounds kind of counterproductive because here you are, a sugar baby. You're in this for the money, you're in this for the gifts, you're in this for the trips, you're in this for the experience. Why can't you just ask for what you want? Listen. You can ask for what you want, but don't ask for what you want. You don't want to demand anything from these men, especially not right away. Especially not right away when he doesn't even know you. That will get you blocked. If he can afford it, and if he likes you, and if he wants to do this for you, then he will. There's no need to demand, there's no need to pressure him. So say you wanted a designer handbag. Don't just ask for it because it's gonna make you sound like a gold digger. Basically, just say it in a subtle way that makes him want to offer it to you. Just work it into the conversation. Say something like, oh my gosh, babe, I saw this bag today. It was so pretty. I didn't pick it up though because, I'm trying to save money and, I really have goals and I'm trying to save. But that bag, oh my gosh, I could wear it with anything. Oh, well, how much is the bag, sweetie? Like $1,500. It's crazy, right? Oh, no, I'll get it for you. Or he might not even say that he's gonna get it for you, and then the next time you see him, he'll just surprise you with it. So try to be really subtle with these things. You do not want to demand, you don't want to ask. If he likes you, and if he can afford it, he will just offer it, okay? Remember that. The pro tip for this section is that you can simply just be around him out and about, and that's almost a guarantee 9 times out of 10 that you're gonna get some money from him or some gifts. Just being around him, trust me. For example, there was a guy, he was a millionaire, and I used to date him back when I lived in Sacramento. He liked to go to the casino all the time. I went with him a couple of times, and after he would win, he would just give me money. He would just hand me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds after his winnings. So just being around these guys, if they have money, they're gonna give it to you. There's no need to ask, trust me. On to tip number 4. Despite what other sugar baby YouTubers tell you, you will not get something for nothing. These guys are gonna want something, and some of these guys are really forward with it. They're gonna tell you up front, I want this, I want sex. You don't have to give it to them. Yes, it's your body. You can do what you want. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. Just know that if you have gotten something from him and he's expecting something in return that you don't want to give, he's probably going to cut you off. I'm not saying you let that pressure you into being with him in that way. You can go find another one. It's no big deal, but you do have to realize that he's going to expect something. It's not always physical. You can provide an experience for these guys. You can provide value to these guys, or you can fill a void for them. For an example, going back to a date that I had, for him, it was more of like an experience. Like I said, I was very charming, I was very playful, and I felt like that was something that he was missing. So that's also filling a void for him. And the pro tip for this section is being of value to him will get you more in the long run, because he's gonna do whatever he can to keep you around. So once again, you will not get something for nothing. Moving on to the bonus tips that I have for you guys. Number 1 is try not to get emotions and feelings involved. This seems very obvious, but when you're in the moment, sometimes you just can't help it. If he's attractive, this is gonna be a hard one. Your emotions can be used against you, so don't fall into that trap. Losing control of your emotions and your feelings can have you lose sight of your goals as well. So for example, say you're dating a guy and your goal for him is to get $10,000 to put into your savings or put into your business. Your emotions are gonna cloud your judgment. You're gonna feel guilty, and then you're gonna not do it, and then he's just gonna walk all over you. So just be careful with that. Don't lose sight of your goals. Keep your emotions in check. Bonus tip number 2 is this is not a forever thing. I know a lot of people have that misconception that sugar babies are just sugar babies for life and then that's all they know how to do. That's not true. If you're smart, you're gonna get in, get what you need, get what you want, and move the heck on. Most sugar babies, they do love the lifestyle, but maybe they don't love the men. So after they're done being a sugar baby, they go on and they marry millionaires and they marry billionaires. Being a sugar baby is not forever. You can try, but when you grow up, you'll realize what you want to do with the rest of your life. And that's completely up to you. So those are all of the tips that I have for you guys today. I hope they were really helpful. Let me know if you guys like this video. Go ahead and share and like. Leave a comment if you want me to do more videos like this, maybe a part 2, or maybe just some story times on my experiences as a sugar baby. Even though I'm not a sugar baby now, being a sugar baby was so much fun. I did learn quite a bit about dating wealthier men. It has taught me a lot about give and take, and I have grown as a person because of being a sugar baby, believe it or not. I really hope that this video has given value to the sugar babies out there who really need it and feel like they're missing a big puzzle piece from other YouTube channels. So if you did find value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, and share the video with anybody that would like to hear these tips. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. And that's a wrap. That's a wrap. It's time to go edit.